Camp in Sewanee, north of Atlanta today to begin physical exams. If he's fit enough, the all-pro defensive back could begin practicing and play against the Washington Redskins on Sunday. The one-year deal is worth an estimated $2 million. As you know, Sanders also is an outfielder with the Atlanta Braves. Under his new contract, he would be allowed to play in 4 Falcons games, take a 2-week break to play in baseball's postseason with the Braves, and then return to football for the final regular season games of the year. We'll have reaction from the Braves and the Falcons and their fans to Deion's contract this evening on Action News at 5 and 6. This was a day of ceremony and significance and rain in Savannah as the Olympic flag arrived from Barcelona, Spain. The flag is making its way from the '92 Olympic Games in Barcelona throughout Georgia on a 10-day train tour and finally to Atlanta's City Hall. That's where you can see it through the 1996 Games. So the flag's arrival in Georgia today was a big event indeed. We hear all about it now from our Olympic reporter, Sandra Bookman, live from Savannah. Sandra.
Chris, believe it or not, the rain has ended here in Savannah. Isn't that always the way? We are sitting along River Street. The U.S. Coast Guard tall ship, the Eagle, is behind us. It, of course, began bringing the flag up the river this morning here in Savannah, surrounded by a flotilla of smaller ships. There were people, about 2,000 people out here braving the rain with their umbrellas up. Governor Zell Miller was among the dignitaries here this morning, as well as Atlanta City Council President Marvin Arrington. He was sitting in for Mayor Maynard Jackson, and Councilman Arrington came off the Eagle carrying the Olympic flag. That is, of course, why we were all here. And Savannah Mayor Susan Whiter did the honors, handing the flag off to Georgia Olympic bronze medalist Rodney Smith.
Rodney, I'm going to ask you to take the Olympic standard from me and let the parade begin.
Okay, as we said, Mayor Susan Whiter handed the flag off to Rodney Smith. We are going to have, there's many events planned here in Savannah today. There's a parade planned along Bay Street. There is also a maritime festival kicking off here in Savannah later this evening. It's going to run for 3 days this weekend, and they're hoping that it will run during the next 4 years of the Olympiad. We will have much more on the activities here in Atlanta today for you tonight on Action News at 5 and 6. Reporting live from Savannah, I'm Sandra Bookman, Channel 2 Action News.
Okay, so Sandra, thank you very much. Well, an Atlanta school principal accused of rape will be in court today to face charges. Robert Sellers was the principal of John Hope Elementary near the King Center until he resigned a couple of weeks ago. Sellers is accused of raping a woman during a job interview in his office at the school. Since then, other women also have come forward, claiming Sellers allegedly sexually assaulted them. Breakfast at a Midtown restaurant was interrupted this morning by an attempted armed robbery and shooting. 30-year-old Greg Rufus Banks, an employee at the Let Us Surprise You restaurant on Piedmont Road, was shot in the back by a lone gunman. Witnesses say Banks was shot when he struggled to get the safe open at the restaurant. Several people who were eating breakfast ran out when the shooting started. Virginia Hamby works in a store next door and heard the commotion.
We were sitting back at our desk working in the back, and the guy we hear this noise, and it could have been a pan dropping, and I just said, sounds like a 22 to me, and everybody goes, well, I'm not getting up to go look. So we just sat there, didn't do anything.
Greg is going to be okay. We're not sure. At this time, he's in stable condition at Grady Hospital, and he will be in surgery probably for the next 2 to 3 hours.
What did he do here?
He was cross-trained in several areas. He's been with the company for several years.
Atlanta police have a sketchy description of the suspect. They're now searching for the gunman.
The U.S. House of Representatives is expected to vote on a family leave bill today. It would require companies with 50 or more workers to offer the employees up to 12 weeks of unpaid leave for family emergencies. President Bush vetoed a similar bill last year, and he is threatening to veto this one as well. Still to come on Channel 2 Action News at noon, some pharmaceutical companies are charged with overpricing some of the most commonly used drugs.
A Pittsburgh hospital is criticized for performing a transplant operation on a patient infected with the AIDS virus.
And the Braves look for a sweep today and to the pennant after they hit the Reds up for 12 runs last night.
Coverage you can count on. A commitment to the most complete local news coverage and the best balance of local, regional, national, and international news.
But the wind and rain still pack plenty of punch.
At Channel 2 Action News, we believe it's the quality of our coverage that counts.
As you're looking at a live picture from Chopper 2 right now.
Local news and a world view. Channel 2 Action News, the best balance of local, regional, national, and international news. Coverage you can count on.
Now at Big Star Stores, new Ultra Concentrated Ultra Downy.
Just this much gave my whole wash the fluffiest softness.
It's like my Ultra detergent. A little goes a long way.
Forget big bottles. It's so small.
Just a tiny capful of Ultra Downy gives you extra softness you can see.
Wow, it's finally here.
You can find new Ultra Downy at Big Star Stores.
There's softness, and then there's ultra softness.
New Ultra Downy, now at Big Star Stores.
For Robert's 21st anniversary, we're giving you the employee prices on everything in the store. You get the same low prices we give our own employees. Save on our entire stock of brand name electronics from Mitsubishi, Panasonic, RCA, Sony, Zenith, Magnavox, and Pioneer. Get 90 days, same as cash when you use your Robert's charge. Plus, register to win name brand merchandise prizes worth thousands of dollars. Don't miss low employee prices during Robert's 21st anniversary sale. Why bother with all the others when it costs less at Robert's?
It was great. Be able to answer the telephone again. We were in debt up to our ears.
And that was a big factor because every time I'd come home from work, then she was miserable. So by having Consumer Credit handle all the phone calls, her life was much easier. We owed about $9,500.
Going to Consumer Credit Counseling was the best thing we ever did.
It was a great relief to actually find somebody that would help you out of that situation.
They took all the worries away, completely.
A consumer group is taking on the big pharmaceutical companies over their prices on the most commonly used drugs. Families USA claims the drug companies are overpricing prescription drugs and raking in huge profits. We get more on the story now from Washington correspondent David Snett.
Elizabeth Slovak must take prescription drugs. Like others, however, she finds the price often hurts more than the ailment.
I just spent $135 for 3 prescriptions. That's pretty high.
A complaint confirmed in a new report. It accuses major companies of making excessive profits on some of the most widely used drugs.
The prescription drug companies that make the top 20 drugs are experiencing skyrocketing profits. And they're making those profits the old-fashioned way, by gouging consumers.
Especially hard hit, the nation's elderly. The average cost of low pressure used for heart conditions increased 9 times since 1985, an amount some senators call outrageous.
It's a terror that many elderly in particular people feel when they go to a doctor fearing that he is going to prescribe a drug which they cannot pay for.
Prescription companies defend their prices, pointing to high research costs. Some consumers agree and also point to liability reasons.
Yes, and in fact that people can sue every time they turn around keeps our drug prices higher than I think they need to be in any way.
Last year, the Senate failed to regulate drug prices. But with health care a growing issue, many predict lawmakers will soon look for a new prescription. On Capitol Hill, David Snett, Channel 2 Action News.
Earlier this week, the first person ever to receive a baboon liver in a transplant operation died at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. Now his doctors have revealed that the still unidentified recipient was infected with the AIDS virus. Critics say that the hospital patient was exploited and should have been ruled out as a transplant candidate because he was infected with the virus that causes AIDS. Hospital officials defend the choice, saying that the patient suffered from hepatitis B but did not have full-blown AIDS. The hospital says it has performed at least 24 transplant operations on HIV patients so far. Atlanta Mayor Maynard Jackson is resting at home, said to be in very good spirits, and is recuperating on schedule from recent heart bypass surgery. That's the word from Don Scott, the mayor's chief of staff, who spoke with reporters this morning at City Hall. Scott says he talks with Jackson on the phone frequently about city business and other things, and he says that Jackson's doctors expect Jackson to be fully recovered in 4 to 5 weeks.
The Save Our Southside organization, or SOS, is urging Nations Bank to rethink plans to close its Stewart Avenue branch. 50 group members headed by Atlanta City Councilman Dozier Smith met with bank officials last night. SOS told Nations Bank the plan amounts to disinvestment. City Councilman Dozier Smith says that he would even ask the city to quit doing business with the bank if it leaves the south side.
I could not certainly in good faith support any business, Nations Bank or any of the others that seem that they're just going to leave us.
The group says Nations Bank would preserve 29 branches north of I-20, but only one south of the interstate. Nations Bank says the move is strictly in the interest of economic development. Coming up on Action News at noon, utility crews worked round the clock in South Florida, restoring power lost by Hurricane Andrew.
And a U.S. car maker offers a deal it hopes will drive more customers into its showrooms.
Cooler, drier air is headed this way. The forecast is coming up next.
Well, Amy, what are you going to wear? You don't have anything. Yeah, well, I thought maybe I could borrow some of your things. No, you're going back to work. You need to invest in your own wardrobe. Oh, I don't know anything about business clothes. I've been wearing this stuff for 5 years. Look, why don't I call Judy at Parisian? She always takes care of me. I'll tell her you're coming in, and she'll put together a whole wardrobe for you. Really? What do they charge for doing that? Nothing. It's Parisian.
These days, everybody's telling you that all the good food is bad.
What's up next?
More food you shouldn't eat.
And we'll be right back.
Now you can eat what you want. Light and Lean 97, a new line of meats from Hormel. It figures Hormel would make meats that are 97% fat-free taste this good. So why give up the food you enjoy?
Food.
Just say no. Eat what you want to eat. Light and Lean 97 from Hormel.
Atlanta's fastest gold rush is on. Hooters 500 weekend tickets are selling at blazing speeds. Don't miss Richard Petty's last race. Call Atlanta Motor Speedway now.
Now you can buy silk trees, flowers, and plants direct from the factory and save 25% off already low factory prices. The Plant is the Silk Tree Factory.
It's the Georgia Fall Home Show, September 18th through 20th at the Atlanta Exposition Center, I-285 and Jonesboro Road. Call 924-9931 for more information.
Hey, what's this guy trying to do?
You don't seem to understand. You can't do that.
Wait till you hear on the next People's Court.
Today at 5:30, followed by Channel 2 Action News at 6. Coverage you can count on. A commitment to the best coverage of the day's top stories. At Channel 2 Action News, we believe it's the quality of our coverage that counts. Live reports as news happens.
This just into Action News.
The background behind the headlines. Follow-up reports.
Our investigative reporter, Richard Belcher, broke this story, and he's in our new...
Channel 2 Action News. The best coverage of the day's top stories. Coverage you can count on.
The skies over Metro Atlanta are giving way to more clouds. Does that mean more rain?
It does indeed. We have a cold front on the way, and that's going to help to cool things off just a little bit. It's going to bring in some drier air. In the meantime, though, let's check out our current weather conditions outside and take a look at Tower Cam. You see the clouds that are building out there as the front makes its way toward Georgia. Currently, the temperature at Hartsfield International Airport is 82 degrees, and our humidity is 69%. The winds are east at 6, the barometer holding steady at 30.11. Our high yesterday, 88, the low, 71 this morning, and the records for the date, 97 for the record high, record low, 49. No rainfall yet, and the sun sets tonight at 7:50. On the Met at this hour, it's 80 at Roswell, 76 in Marietta and Noonan, 81 in Griffin, and 78 in Fayetteville. Now, you'll take a note of this weather system. This is the one that's going to come into our area. Low pressure up toward the north, traveling across the Great Lakes. Frontal system moving now through the Ohio Valley, and it stretches all the way back toward the Plain States and into the southwest. And there's some strong storms going on across Oklahoma and Arkansas for today. This front will continue to make its way in with a chance of showers later on in the afternoon. Right now, the only thing we're seeing, just a couple little spots over northwest and northeast Georgia, but a lot of activity along the coast of Georgia. Of course, it's not associated with a weather system that is moving in our direction, but it's been a rainy day all along coastal Georgia and very strong thunderstorms toward Jacksonville in Florida. Now, here's where the front is located, coming across Kentucky into Tennessee. It will be moving into our region through this afternoon, this evening, and it will give us a 40% chance for some showers and some thunderstorms. And as we look at the highs for today, they should be making it into the mid and upper 80s this afternoon. It will be very humid out there, very sultry type conditions. but the cooler air is not far away. It will be moderating as it comes through most of the states, and by the time it makes it into Georgia, it'll drop the humidity down by several degrees, and also will be dropping down the temperature as well. So for today, we're looking at a chance for the thunder showers in the afternoon, but as we check out the 5-day forecast, you'll see the good news that's coming our way. We'll find the winds shifting overnight, coming in out of the north, bringing that drier air in. Lows will be in the upper 60s by tomorrow morning, but as we go into Saturday and Sunday, they take a real nosedive down to about 60 by Sunday morning. Highs over the weekend will be in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees, and it will feel much better.
I guess that rain in Savannah this morning came this way.
It's not, that won't be affecting us. We're getting the stuff coming in from the plane.
Oh, different rain.
Yes.
Okay, Karen, thank you very much. Well, our Atlanta Braves got into a slugging match with the Reds last night out at the stadium. Tom Glavine won his 20th game of the season, but it wasn't a pretty one. In the first inning, Lonnie Smith delivered a 3-run shot. Braves lead 7-0. Then in the second, Sid Bream hits one out of the park. Braves lead 8-0. Tom Glavine struggled through 5 innings, but ended up getting the victory. Braves win 12-7 to move 8.5 games up on the Cincinnati Reds. Braves go for the sweep this afternoon.
They do keep the blood pressure up, don't they?
Yes, they do.
When Channel 2 Action News at noon continues, if you've never experienced an earthquake, the home video we'll show you of the California quake in June will give you a scary idea of what it's like.
Coming up today on Action News at 5 and at 6, we'll continue to update you on the status of the school bus drivers' strike. And President Bush unveils a new economic plan for the country. Political reporter Bill Nigett will have voter reaction to it. These stories and more coming up on Action News at 5 and at 6.
Mary Lee's sister slept with her husband. Can she forgive her? Find out in the next Open.
Today at 4, followed by Channel 2 Action News at 5.
Take a bus or balloon, but don't miss Gilbert and Mottlick's Help Keep Kids Safe Day at American Adventures, Saturday, September 12th from 11 till 4. There'll be puppet shows, country music, exciting exhibits, the fire and police departments, 911, the Red Cross, and a dozen others, plus a special $3 discount off the Super and Fun Pass, or a free parent ticket with a child's pass. So drive over to American Adventures, Saturday, September 12th for Gilbert and Mottlick's Help Keep Kids Safe Day.
America's Best, Ben Franklin. At America's Best, new patients get a pair of contacts or 2 pair of eyeglasses, $49.99, including the eye exam.
A penny saved is a penny earned.
That's 2 pair of eyeglasses or a pair of daily wear soft contacts, including the eye exam, $49.99. At America's Best, contacts and eyeglasses.
Now.
When it comes to color, no season compares with autumn. When it comes to capturing the splendor of the season in Silk Floral Originals, no one compares with Silk Greenhouse and Silk Garden Center. Each September, our designers create hundreds of magnificent wreaths, door swags, and arrangements. Each is an original, one-of-a-kind work of art, and each is just $29.95. Like autumn itself, this annual sale is very, very short. So shop the Silk Greenhouse in Norcross and Macon, or the Silk Garden Center in Forest Park today.
Take a bus or balloon, but don't miss Gilbert and Mottlick's Help Keep Kids Safe Day at American Adventures, Saturday, September 12th from 11 till 4. There'll be puppet shows, country music, exciting exhibits, the fire and police departments, 911, the Red Cross, and a dozen others, plus a special $3 discount off the Super and Fun Pass, or a free parent ticket with a child's pass. So drive over to American Adventures, Saturday, September 12th for Gilbert and Mottlick's Help Keep Kids Safe Day.
In South Florida, repair crews say it should take them about another month to have all power restored to areas hit by Hurricane Andrew. They say so far they've been able to restore half of the power lost to the storm. Hurricane Andrew not only knocked out the lights, it destroyed the power poles, transformers, and all. Georgia Power is among the companies sending crews and equipment to help restore electricity there. Dramatic pictures of the big earthquake that rocked Southern California in June. This incredible video was shot by a technician at the Caltech Observatory. The earthquake strikes and a telescope begins to disintegrate. Technician Jeff Nenow looks on in horror. Aftershocks from that 6-point quake are still shaking the Big Bear region. The last one hit last Wednesday. It measured 4 on the Richter scale.
General Motors is trying to drive customers to its showrooms with a new MasterCard. The card offers 5% rebates on most GM cars and trucks. The discount adds up to $3,500 for auto buyers. The new credit card should interest consumers because it offers no annual fee and a 16.4% adjustable interest rate, which is well below that of the average credit cards. And checking Wall Street at this hour, the Dow Jones Industrials average is up 10 points at 3281.39.
Hi, I'm the Wolfman for Gallery Furniture, and the weather sure is hot.
Hi, I'm Donna, and the weather's not as hot as our prices.
Like these sizzling hot prices on an all-wood dinette chair, $10, or a 4-piece black lacquer bedroom suit for $259, or this 5-piece dinette set for $99.
The only thing to cool us off is for you to bring us the cold, hard cash. We are Gallery Furniture located at 2511 Roosevelt Highway in College Park and 1600 Brownsbridge Road in Gainesville.
And hey, after the Wolfman...
As for Donna, I'm burning up.
If you think Pepperidge Farm cookies are too fancy for the cookie jar, think about this. Now there's new Family Request cookies. The first cookies from Pepperidge Farm made especially for everyday family enjoyment. We baked all the homemade goodness of Pepperidge Farm into family favorites like chocolate chip and put them in big bags priced for everyday eating. With new Family Request cookies, you can treat your family to Pepperidge Farm cookies every day if they don't treat themselves first.
At Wesley Woods, we're specialists in you.
The medical needs of aging adults demand a distinctly different point of view. At Wesley Woods Geriatric Hospital, our doctors specialize in age-related conditions. We can make a difference. If you or someone you love are getting older, call Wesley Woods Geriatric Hospital.
At Wesley Woods, we're specialists in you.
728-4999.
Get $300 cash back from Carrier when you buy the finest furnace made, the Infinity, before October 31st. It's up to 97% efficient. It's so quiet you can hardly hear it, and it's backed by a lifetime limited warranty. For energy-wise gas heating and cooling equipment with payments as low as $60 a month, plus $300 cash back, call your Carrier dealer today.
Your Carrier dealers are East Smith Heating and Air in Marietta, A&B Heating and Cooling in Thomaston, and Comfort Design in Tucker.
Even if you're not a fan of the kind of music you see on the music television cable channel, it's always fun to see who is considered the best of the MTV bunch. And the winners from last night's MTV Awards in Hollywood are Van Halen for one, first name Eddie, who picked up 3 awards, including one for Best Video. The Red Hot Chili Peppers also won 3 trophies, including the Viewer's Choice Award. There was a somber moment, however, when Eric Clapton won Best Male Video for Tears in Heaven. He wrote the song as a tribute to his 4-year-old son, who died in a fall from a high-rise apartment window last year. Clapton said that he wrote the song to heal himself and that it never occurred to him that anyone else would like it. And they did.
I'm a fan of MTV.
Mm-hmm.
Not
I
you,
want my
right?
MTV, of course. That VH1.
That's right.
Click, 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 click.
That's right. Thanks for watching Channel 2's Action News at noon.
Join us this evening for updates and breaking news on Channel 2 Action News at 5 and 6. We'll see you then.
More Georgians get their news from Channel 2 Action News than from any other television news source.
It's just plain soap until it chemically reacts with water and dries to a dull, waxy film that clings to every bathroom surface. It's soap scum, and it's very hard to get rid of. Or was. Introducing new Tilex Soap Scum Remover. It's formulated specifically to dissolve soap scum on contact. Just spray it on and wipe it off to get your whole bathroom scum-free. New Tilex Soap Scum Remover, the sure way to wipe out soap scum.
If you want to know where the money from United Way goes, try the back pew of a church in Stone Mountain, where a woman is praying for a miracle. She wants